Okay, my name is Jervon H. I'm a life coach at the Youth Peace Center of Roseland. That's in Chicago, Illinois. And what I want to share with you today is my story. Um, my story, I grew up addicted to guns. I think I caught my first case at the age of 19. Between the next 20 some odd years, I did like 15 years in the penitentiary, 4 different occasions, 4 convictions, 3 gun charges. Because growing up, I felt the need to protect myself. At this day and age right now, guns is like the new pandemic. They're everywhere. You know, it's like music to your ears in the city of Chicago. And we try and get these guys in a different guidelight. But if you really look at it from our side, you know, people look at the news in the city of Chicago and don't understand that Chicago is a great city. You just have a few bad seasons, a few bad places. But the guns didn't get to Chicago from our neighborhoods. They were absolutely brought there from other sources. These young men feel a need to have a weapon. Guns are destroying the city of Chicago right now. I think every day I wake up, I look on the internet and a social media website called the Legal Help Firm page, and it got so depressing that it's like 3 or 4 deaths every day from gun violence, from little kids to old women to old men. And what I have to say to lawmakers or to ask lawmakers is, if there is a law, I think the law should be even as it is for African Americans, getting sentenced and put down for numerous years as it is for other races. Guns shouldn't be on the streets. We have guys getting chased down with assault rifles, people jumping out of vehicles with guns that the military probably don't possess. I'm just grateful in the limelight right now that the young men I deal with are starting to understand that we have a component called cognitive behavior therapy. They're just starting to learn different behavioral techniques to deal with some of the trauma, deal with some of the stress factors, whether it's either the power to pause or to just go sit down and read a book or to listen to some soothing music. Again, it's no light side to it. Everything is dark. I think I have like 20 obituaries from the past year. All young black African Americans. I think maybe one of them is a suicide and one of them is an accident and the others is just gun violence. I just want lawmakers to understand that we matter too. We matter too. And also downside to us, these guys feel a need to protect themselves, whether it's legally or illegally. I just think that the law should be around firmly. I think guys that have caught felonies should be redeemed if they change their lives. Should be able to protect their home front, not running around the streets protecting the block, protecting the gang. It just should be laws that help guys that have caught felonies, that are trying to get their lives back together. And I'm just here to push for that. And hopefully the lawmakers out there understand and give us a chance to redirect ourselves.
My name is Nicole G. I have 3 daughters, 3.5-year-olds and 9-year-old twins. I was pregnant with my twins, and on December 14th, 2012, an armed gunman walked into Sandy Hook Elementary School and murdered 6 adults and 20 young children. At that time, I remember listening to the news, and our elected leaders promised to keep our community safe, vowing that this would never happen again. They were outraged. But here we are 10 years later, and nearly 1,000 school shootings later. An 18-year-old walked into Robb Elementary School and killed 2 teachers and 19 children. As elected leaders, it's your responsibility to protect us, to protect our children, to protect our communities. It's not just happening in schools. As we all are well aware, it's happening in churches, it's happening in grocery stores, it's happening in movie theaters. I personally am living in fear. When I take my kids to school, I am terrified. They are innocent and they rely on me to keep them safe. And that is not something that we can do. When I go to Target, I'm strategizing how I could get my 3 children out safely should an armed gunman walk in. I should not have to live in fear. We are facing an epidemic of gun violence in this country, and I know it firsthand. More than half of Americans have been impacted by gun violence. And my 17-year-old cousin was on his way home from laser tag when he was hunted, gunned down, and murdered in his car. His name was Jalen, and he had a beautiful and bright future ahead that he was robbed of. I'm not asking for you to revoke the Second Amendment right, but I am asking for common sense gun laws in this country, such as increasing the minimum age requirement, enhancing background checks on all gun sales, close the Charleston loophole, reinstate a federal assault weapons ban, and implement a federal extreme risk law. It's also known as the red flag laws. Respectfully, if there is nothing that you are willing to do, I ask that you resign, to move over so someone can come in and make change. Please see the urgency in this movement. Thank you.
My name is Zoe Robin. I'm from Los Angeles, California. And I think that gun safety legislation is essential because things are getting out of control. We have to protect ourselves. We have to protect our children. And it's a simple solution to a horrible problem. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Caroline Gibbons. I live in the South Loop of the city of Chicago, and I'm asking you to please improve the gun safety in this country. Children should not have to fear being in school. Parents should not have to worry about their children going to school and being murdered. School is supposed to be a safe haven, a place that is a center of our community, a safe place. There's a whole host of other issues and consequences of our gun issues, and that is we're putting so much resources, police effort, investigations, tax money that could be used in other places like education or supporting the environment. And finally, the shootings on the streets in Chicago are making it difficult for people to feel safe here, feel comfortable, and want to stay. So it's affecting our taxes, our real estate values, and our retirement plans. It's really harming the quality of life for everybody, whether you're 5 or 105. Please do everything you can to improve the gun safety. Thank you.
My name is Sarah Silverman, and I am currently living in Los Angeles, California. I am Canadian with an American green card, and I have 2 American children. And as a Canadian, I am able to take a look at what is happening in this country and see it in a more simplistic way. Guns are a problem, and they are murdering people, so get rid of them. Now, I know that the American Constitution and the right to bear arms is very important to many, many Americans. I also think it is what is crippling this country's ability to move forward when it comes to gun safety. And so I am sending in this video because I believe that gun safety legislation is the bare minimum that needs to happen to move forward and to begin to make this country safe for every American. Thank you.